Special thanks to Dakshima Health to provide me this opportunity to share my story with everyone present here. So, my psoriasis started when I was around 6, 7 years old. I was coming home from school and I noticed a deep cut on my right thumb. So, I just thought that it was just a small injury and put some antiseptic creams on it just to you know taper it, but eventually I saw that cut was not curing, and I saw it to be I saw some sort of inflammation. We went to doctor, they said it's just a cut, and eventually I realized that it was just not a cut. And then I moved on to different sort of treatment. Many said that this was a skin problem. Some doctors said that it was not. That time was really confusing for me. So eventually, it actually took the shape of a skin problem and covered my entire hands. So I went with the homeopathic treatment initially. At that point of time, I realized that this problem is known to be psoriasis. So after a series of treatment for about 1 or 2 years, I went to this place in Hisar. I don't remember correctly, but he was providing some sort of Ayurvedic treatment for psoriasis only. But that medication was not, let's say, truthfully in nature, and he was not a very good doctor. So that medication actually increased my problem so much that I was to be hospitalized immediately. I went to PGI for the first time at that time. So when I went to PGI, I met Dr. Sunil Dogra, Dr. Kanwar, who initially handled my case, and they started with steroids, Foliatrex, cyclosporin. At that time was really difficult for me because I was not only struggling with my health disease, but I was also struggling with my studies and other problems as well. And this problem really interfered in my social life. Really, I there were not many friends to whom I could talk about, but eventually things got normal. So when I sorry, so eventually when things got normal, I was going with methotrexate and cyclosporin only till 10th standard. And at that point of time, I was introduced to biological treatment. So initially, I was very skeptical about the treatment. I thought that this treatment has a lot of side effects. So I thought that it was not a right move for me to, you know, go for biological treatment at that young age. But after I completed my board exams and I went to my 11th standard, my skin problem inflamed again, and that too on a very aggressive level. So the only choice that I had at that point of time was to go with biological treatment. So the first biological treatment that I went with was Alzumab, but the results were not very significantly, uh, you know, uh, they were not very visible. Although I did saw some reduction in my redness, but then we went for Secukinumab, and my God, the result. Uh, I witnessed my skin to be, as normal as I could imagine in just second week of administering this medicine. Dr. Sunil Dogra was always there to support us, and till from that point of time till date, I have been taking Scafo, and there hasn't been a single side effect, and that medicine has changed my entire life. I managed to, complete my higher education, and it was a really big challenge for me because, even after, you are suffering from psoriasis, and medicines can give you certain level of relief, but they cannot cure that disease. And the effects that disease has on our life. The major problem that I faced with psoriasis in my life was that earlier, in terms of education, I was unable to, complete my exams properly. And after that, I even faced issues while learning things because most of the time I was unable to cover up my entire syllabus because of this problem. The second thing that I would like to share that initially I was unable to get any sort of insurance for my health or maybe to cover my medical insurances as well. So that was a really big challenge for me. Until date, it continues to be one. So that was my story, guys. And I'm really happy that I was privileged enough to share it with you. And it was really nice to see all those reports from doctors. I mean, this research, the researches that shared today were really useful, and I hope all the psoriasis patients could get benefit from these meets and these researches one day. What I hope is that all the patients should get benefit of biological treatment in India because they have far better effectiveness than any other medicine that is available in the market right now. So thank you everyone to give me this opportunity.
Thank you, Varun, for joining us and for sharing your experience.